The average person that comes to us has over 100 pounds to lose. The average person is 220, 230. I have my exact avatar, and all of you guys do too. You have your exact avatar. And if you don't, this is the first thing you need to do. You need to figure out who the heck your customer is and zero in on that. I even say, and I know I'm sidebarring here for a second, but I even use language specifically designed for my avatar. What the way that I would sit down and talk to Marley over coffee is not the way I talk to my client. It kind of is. I'm pretty authentic, no matter where. But I know what she needs to hear, and where was I going with it? What was I going with this
You're
question? What?
talking about your clients and how you get them to say no to lesser
Thank you.
things and focus
Yeah.
on your goals that you have for them.
So when people come to us, they're very sick and they're very fat, and usually we get people that are menopausal women in their 50s and 60s. 93% of my clients are females, and so I don't want in TV spring break 20-year-olds. I don't want somebody trying to lose weight to make their boyfriend's ex-girlfriend jealous. I don't want those girls. I want my menopausal women in their 50s and 60s, and I will gladly say no to those other clients. Go to somewhere else. I go to CrossFit. Give me the gals that I want. I'm the best at them. And so how do I keep them motivated? I don't keep them motivated. This is how motivation works. I got my phone, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see this guy doing this girl doing a 305 deadlift, and I go, "Oh, I am motivated to go deadlift today." And I scroll right past and I see a pit bull being rescued. Oh, maybe I should rescue a dog. I'm motivated to rescue dogs at that point. Scroll right past. Look at that eye makeup. I am motivated to do that color on my next eye makeup. Bull crap, guys. Motivation wanes. We don't keep people motivated. We do, however, keep them up with their momentum. We want them to keep their momentum going. And the way I do it, my style with my clientele, is that they came to me because they're 100 plus pounds overweight. They came to me because they're on loads of medication. They have brain fog. They're not having intimacy with their husband. They've got no energy and they've got pain in their hands and knees. They told me that. So, a good sales technique, any salesperson needs to know, and I'm obsessed with sales. I love sales. All you do is repeat back to them what the heck they said to you in the first place. Why'd you come to Code Red? Well, because I'm sick and tired of being fat, sick and tired, because I've got no energy, brain fog. I'm on all these medications. I've got swollen hands, swollen knees. I can't fit into my clothes. I don't want to have intimacy with my partner. Oh, okay. So as soon as they start to waver, and as soon as they start to lose momentum, we call it. We don't even use the word motivation. Then I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. Didn't you tell me that you wanted to fit into a size 8? So didn't you tell me that the wine and Oreos that you were having every night while you're watching Netflix wasn't serving your health any better? I actually think in fact, I see it right here in your paperwork. It says here that the wine and I'm so sick of having a hangover every time I drink my wine, but yet that's what you did last night. So you don't want it bad enough." "Oh, but I do," she says. "No, you don't. If you wanted to, then you would. If you wanted to, you would." So I put that crap back in their face. I do not let them sit there and act like I don't like victims. I don't accept the victim mentality. Boo hoo hoo, my husband's or my dad's in the hospital. Boo hoo hoo, my kid broke a leg. Guess what? There's always going to be a bowl of candy on your coworker's desk. There's always going to be something. So you lose the weight now, or it's going to be harder down the road. So I put that crap back on them, the crap that they say to me, because I always ask them, why are you back? What are you doing? What's going on with you? "Oh, I'm so tired of this, so tired of that." "Ooh, oh, okay, well, great. And I remember that. I tucked that away in my memory, and I remember what they said, and I pull up their paperwork and I read it back to them and say, "This is what you said. You said that on a Sunday night after church potluck when you were full. I'm going on a diet tomorrow. But now it's Tuesday morning and you've lost your motivation. Well, guess what? This is what you said to me. Let's go."
That's awesome. I love that. What I'm gathering from a lot of that is more or less like accountability is like the major word that I would take away from that, right? And it sounds like you really care about people, so you're not afraid to do what some people would consider to be, a moment of conflict with them, where you're like, hey, like this might be uncomfortable, but you do it anyway because you care about them so much, and you're holding them accountable to what it is that they actually want, and honestly, what they need for their health, as you know. So what I'm curious about is like what happened in your life. Did you have like somebody who was really good at being accountable or holding you accountable in different spaces that you learned to be able to do that without hesitation and actually care for people in that kind of capacity? Was there somebody that led that example, I guess?
No, nobody was nobody. I'm pretty self-governing, self-motivated, self whatever. I guess I realized early on because my parents, because we were raised so poor and because I'm Gen X and we raised ourselves, I nobody was going to do it for me. I learned pretty early on that nobody's coming for me. I've been divorced a couple of times. I haven't, I haven't had somebody ever be there for me to stick up for me and to pull me up when I have fallen down. And so holding my own feet to the fire was the only thing that I have learned how to do. Now, I will tell you that I put measures in place to help me. For example, after this, when we get done with this, I'm going to head across town to my personal training appointment. I've got a personal trainer. He's been training me for a year and a half. I see him about 3 days a week. So I put measures in place to make sure that I do the thing that I do. But and also I've had a couple of documentaries come out. Like, for example, I have a documentary right now on Amazon Prime that's in the top 10 right now on Amazon Prime called Code Red Diaries of Madness. And when I was going through this huge transformation, we were filming for 6 months. I knew that the cameras were going to follow me around for 6 solid months and I couldn't slack. And so, sometimes you have things that are kind of that carrot dangling in front of you, but accountability is huge. As a competitive bodybuilder, I have my own coaches. I have two. I pay hundreds of dollars a month for these guys to hold my feet to the fire. But bottom line is, even when nobody's looking, you've got to still do the right thing. And we do offer that. I can't expect people to be like me. We're rare. I'm not even, there are people that are way more disciplined even than me, but I do have that, the accountability component with my rebels and with my clients, and they have to turn in their weight to me every Friday. We go over it in a group meeting, and I call them out, good, bad, or ugly. They have to lose at least 1% of their body weight every week, which is fairly easy, especially on real food, water, and sleep when you're following your customized plan. And so we do add those components in. You got to have some kind of a checks and balance system. And then I do that for my coaches. My coaches have to send me progress pictures of themselves on a regular basis and a picture of the scale. Oh, why do you ask a picture of the scale? Because, you guys, I lied to my bodybuilding coach when my bodybuilding coach asked me what the scale was, and I lied to her. And I was like, if she would have asked for a picture of the scale, then I would have been caught in my lie. So I said, you know the lie. Don't let them do that. I make them send me a picture of the scale because I don't want them to do what I did. And so a lot of things I do for my rebels are things that I need, but I need a different level of accountability. I know that nobody's coming for me. Nobody's coming for me. But people are also, because of my level of influence and my level of exposure, people know who I am wherever I go, and they're always watching me. So if I'm on the airplane, I'm sitting in 2A in the front of the plane, and the lady comes around with a snack box, and we're flying from Salt Lake back to Boise, chances are there's a good chunk of people on that plane who know who I am, even though they might not say anything, and they're going to see me reach in and grab Sun Chips. And so I keep my hand out of that snack basket just because I got to protect my reputation.
If you want to save time on watching all the episodes, but still get all the gold nuggets that we find from interviewing these 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs, then you can get all of that inside of the 2 Comma Club newsletter. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com and subscribe.